Hi, it's Ian. Welcome to pensionerfitness.com. Today we're going to speak about the most important exercise that older adults can do, and that's the squat. Now, when you do the squat, you're using all the muscles and all the joints and tendons and everything you've got from your feet right up to here. You're using your abdominals, your hip flexors, all of that's being used, your glutes at the back, and it's very, very, very important exercise for you because it improves your mobility. It strengthens you, and it's very, very good. For instance, those that suffer or can suffer from osteoporosis, by doing this, it helps to strengthen the bones, and that obviously can help, reduce the risk of osteoporosis. So, unfortunately, in the West, we're taught from children all the way up that this is where we should be. We should go to school, we sit in a chair. We go to the cinema, we sit. If we go to an office, we're sitting in an office. Everywhere it's sitting. And then, of course, when we get older and we get to the upper ages, we get a little weaker because all that sitting weakens everything. And then we just want to sit all the time. And we're not doing ourselves any good. If you look at the Eastern Hemisphere, lots and lots of people there, right, do squats. And they go down in the squats and they'll sit like this. They can eat there, they can sit there. You get children sitting under a tree at school, in some countries, and they're sitting like this and they're doing whatever they need to do. And they don't have a problem with it. And their heels are on the ground, not lifted up. And so the squat is a really good position for you if you can get used to it. Now, because we don't do it all our life, at this age, it becomes a little harder to get into it. But it's not impossible. And so if you practice it for a little bit, you can get quite good at squatting. All right. Now, one of the problems we have, and if you remember a lot of the exercises I've done in the past, I've had you doing this, making sure you've got flexibility in your ankles. And because a lot of sitting, you don't have that flexibility. When you go down into a squat, the heels come up, and then you're not balanced properly, and it's not good. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is you need something to raise the heels slightly, right? To make up for the problem you've got of the stiffness in the ankles. So something about an inch thick. Now some people say a broom handle, but that's round and that can roll, and that's not safe. Something like this, a piece of wood. I mean, if you've got nothing else, 2 polish tins, little shoe polish tins, you could put one under each heel. But basically, you're going to stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Your heels will go onto this small piece of wood, which is going to raise them slightly. And instead of having the heels in the air and having no stability, your heels are on something solid and you've got that stability. So once you hinge here, you can go down, and you want to go down until this part of your leg is parallel with the floor, or if you can, go lower. And you can sit like this for quite some time once you get used to it. Now at first, it might not be easy on your knees, it might not be easy on your muscles because you've not been doing it for a long time. But by practicing this, you can get better and better. So that's an elevated heel raise, heel squat, and that's all you need for that. Now you can practice that on a regular basis. Unlike when you're trying to build muscle on exercise with weights and things, you don't need the same amount of time for recovery. So you can do these every day. And you can do it more than once a day if you want. You could do it before you go to bed at night and do it first thing in the morning. But doing squats is really, really important for you. So that's the first exercise. Now, the next one we're going to do is an assisted squat. And what happens here is you need something like you can take a door. You can take the 2 door handles, have it open, have the 2 door handles and use it to support you. And then, so that you don't go backwards, you can go down into your squat and come up. Now, you don't have to do it on the door. An ideal place is the kitchen sink. You get the kitchen sink and you can go down and you can be there in your squat, nice and comfortable. You're holding that. And of course, when it comes time to get back up, if you've been like this for a couple of seconds and you're not used to it, you might find it's difficult to get up. But when you're holding that, you can support yourself to get up. So that's an assisted way of doing things. Assisted squat. Now the assisted squat, like, you can do quite a few times. But the important thing when you do that is keep your heels on the ground, and if you're holding something like this or whatever, and you go down, you want your heels on the ground. Don't do this. This is no good. You want your heels on the ground, and you want here lower than your knees if possible. And get to this position. Once you get used to it, you can stay like this for quite a while. And then obviously you can use your hands to help you get back up until you can do it without doing that. So that's assisted. The next one is a wall sit. Now, it's warm in here, and I'm a little bit sweaty, so I'm not going to go against the wall because I don't want to mark it, but I'm going to use the door. And basically what happens is you stand against the wall, you put your feet out a bit, and then you just slowly sink down till you're in that position. And once you get to that position, you can just stay like that with your back against it, and you can hold. Make sure you've not got a slippery floor or your feet will go. Okay, so you can have sort of shoes on that won't slip when you get there. But that position, once you get into it and you get into that position, you can stay like that for quite a long time. And it helps build strength in here. If you think about martial artists, one of the things they do is they do the horse stance, and they stand like this for long periods, right, to build all the muscles and the stability, so that when they fight, they've got a stable platform to fight from. So it's a really important exercise. So that's 3 exercises I've showed you there. You can do them every single day. And the final one is the full squat. Get your feet in the position you want. Go down, heels on the floor. Now it may take you time to get to this, but once you can get to here, you can stay like this for quite some time. You read a book like this, watch the news on the television or whatever. But this is an important exercise, and once you can do it, you can stay in that position for a little bit longer each time. You're going to get more strong, and you're going to do your body a whole world of good. You're going to improve the joints, the tendons, the muscles, your overall strength, and your flexibility, and also your mobility. You're going to be able to move a lot better. So, bear in mind, the squat is a really important exercise for you. Do it as often as you can, whenever you can, at least twice a day, and you will get stronger, and it will work really, really good for you. So, you'll benefit so much from it. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Do this every day for the next 2 weeks, because it's such an important exercise. It's got so many goodness coming from it, and so many good things coming from it, like improving your strength, your joints, your tendons, making you that more mobile. You can't afford not to do this exercise. So keep doing it every day for 2 weeks, and I'll see you back at pensionerfitness.com. Thank you very much.